Hi everyone. In my last video, we discussed making Twitter backgrounds for your Twitter.com pages and different tools that you can use to do that. So here I'm just gonna talk more about Twitter backgrounds and the importance that they can play in branding yourself, branding your unit or department, um, or your school or whatever it is that you're using or whatever organization you are using Twitter or any social media account for. But specifically, I'm going to be focusing on Twitter. So I found this blog post online, designpacks.com, who I guess it's a blog about web design, and he wrote about different design tips to leverage your business when it comes to your Twitter background. So using Twitter with a business mindset doesn't have to be just for business people or people, it can relate to us who are working in education as well, because you want your students or your or parents or whoever the audience of your organization to go to your page and feel welcomed and feel that that is a professional page and that you put thought into it and that it's consistent with the brand of whatever organization that you're working for. So some of the tips that he talks about that I had talked about in my previous video are to make good use of color. Like I had mentioned, we in class discussed how color plays an important role in what vibe your work gives off, whether that's an ad or a picture or a Twitter background. Um, it definitely plays a big role. So what he suggests is that you try to use one solid but bold color to draw attention to certain graphics, or do a fading color scheme so the darkest part is where you want the viewers to focus the most. Or he says, try a muted color scheme with pops of color where you really want to focus the viewer's attention. So you really want to be methodical about where you're putting um, different colors. And with that free Twitter designer tool that I showed you, the good thing about that is that you can create shapes. So if you have one background color, you can create shapes and make those different colors, and then that could be highlighting where you want the viewer's eyes to go. Um, and then he just talks about following a branding scheme. So whatever way you're planning on doing it, make sure that you incorporate into your website design of your organization or your Facebook fan page. Everything should be consistent so that people visiting these pages feel that it is consistent, feel that it is, a legitimate brand. He says they don't all have to be identical, but just having one similar design element goes a long way. So that could be the color scheming or how you use color, or the font, or whatever it is. And lastly, he suggests obviously that you want to use your logo, whether that's your school, your organization, the university. Definitely put a logo on there somewhere. One other resource, but two other articles I found. If you are into design, um, then I would highly suggest you follow fastcompany.com. They have a lot of different technology and design and just a lot of great articles on here. So follow them on their website or on Twitter or whatever, and just you'll find a lot of stuff that really relates to what we have been talking about in this class. So the first article I found is how to effectively tell your brand story on Twitter. Um, and it's not really the design aspect of it, but again, it's discussing how the branding is about storytelling. So whatever branding that you decide to use for your Twitter page is going to tell a story to your followers. And that's when um, your followers will interact with you and listen to what you have to say. So the tips that they give are let your followers know what you're up to. Make it personal. Your Twitter profile should not be all about business. You should, share other stuff like your family, hobbies, opinions. Just and don't be afraid to open up a little bit and interact with your followers. Um, they state Twitter provides the perfect platform for business owners to create an engaging personal brand. So definitely keep that in mind. This is your chance to create a brand for yourself or for your company or organization and engage with people in a fun way. Social media is supposed to be fun. And then the other article that I found by Fast Company was 3 ways to make the most of Twitter's makeover. So Twitter actually now has something similar to the cover photo on Facebook. Kind of looks like this, where here's your profile picture, and then you can choose a picture that goes behind it. So I think this just happened like within the past like month or two. So what they're saying is different tips to make the most of that is create a new Twitter header, and gives you the dimensions of what a header would be, 1200 by 600, and then you can, that would, I guess that would be this background picture here. You can create a custom image if you want, which you could do using photo editing software, or you can just take a picture and make it really big and blow it up, which is an example of this one right here. Next tips are update your profile picture. So this could be where you put a picture of yourself or a logo. And just, I would say that make sure again the branding is consistent and it goes along with the picture that's behind it, like this one does. This is a clever little way of incorporating the profile picture into the header. And lastly, it says improve your photo stream. You'll get more followers if you are posting multimedia on your Twitter, whether that's videos or photos. People are more likely to engage with you if you do that. So take pictures and post them on Twitter as much as you can, as long as they're relevant to your brand and to your mission and voice. It'll definitely help you go a long way. So I just again wanted to share different resources where you can find design tips, especially when it comes to social media. And again, I highly suggest you check out fastcompany.com. As you can see, they have Fast Company Design, where it's all articles related to design and videos and everything. So definitely check it out. And if you do, let me know what you think. And let me know if you end up making a new Twitter background. I'm going to actually play around with it myself. I haven't yet made a header picture, so we'll see what I can come up with. Thanks for watching.